Hello. Today I'm starting a series where I made everybody a 40 overall in the current NBA, and I'm gonna start by drafting every historic draft class from NBA 2K. I'm gonna restart the NBA. So, yeah, all I can say is please like this video if you want to see more, and um subscribe because this is gonna take a while. So you might as well subscribe. Here's the draft class from the 1960 draft class, which is the first draft class. So we're gonna do the 1959 season, then the 1960 draft class. So yeah, enjoy. Now I'll get on to the season.
Your stats were incredible. You had all the resume. Like, I don't understand what happened where when people talk about the greatest forwards of all time, it seems like there's some imaginary cutoff point. Why do you think you aren't mentioned when they talk about Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Bird, all these guys? And people mention you occasionally, but not all the time.
I don't have any idea. I maximized every ounce of ability that I had. I played as hard as I could play every night. I had some success, and
You had a lot of success.
And so I'm very, very comfortable within my own skin.
Right.
And I don't worry about that. I don't have any idea.
I'll give you six players, yeah.
And I can't name him.
No.
Magic and Michael, Larry, Baylor, Oscar, and probably either Olajuwon or Pettit.
He was an offensive rebounding machine, as tough a player as there ever was.
Had a soft touch, very quick first step, went to the hoop strong, had a good outside shot. One of the greatest players that's ever played the game.
You know, today's players in many ways are advanced physically because of the training and just the way people in sports evolve. But I know from watching video of you and from hearing people talk about you, you were a bad, bad man on the court. And the NBA in the old days was a really physical, no kids allowed sport.
Yeah, it was tough. And then the other team would try their best sometimes to intimidate you. They'd put a very tough man on you. He'd been known to try to beat you to death, but you survive that when you get used to it. And that's why I started lifting weights. I said, I'm tired of being beat on. I'm gonna go out and beat on somebody. So I over about 3 or 4 years, I put on 30 pounds. And
This was as a pro, you first started lifting weights?
after I had been my year when I was the MVP of the NBA and led the league in scoring and rebounding, I said, what can I do to get better? The only thing I could do to get better, I thought, was to get stronger, to take the physical pounding and the games night after night after night.
After 4 years of waiting, Eddie Gottlieb, the owner of the Philadelphia Warriors of the National Basketball Association, has finally signed Wilt Chamberlain. You know, basketball fans are waiting to see how you're going to do in the NBA, especially against players of great capabilities. Do you feel that you are ready for this?
Well, I actually do. I think there will be a period of orientation for me, of course, like it is for every newcomer in the NBA, but I think in the long run I'll be able to handle myself man-to-man with almost anyone in the league.
What was it like to play alongside a guy who averaged, 50 points a game in a season? He averaged 50.4. I mean, every night you go out, you think, like, how can we lose? This guy's going to get us 50.
When he would score, people say, well, all he wants to do is shoot. He doesn't pass. He doesn't do any of those things. And so what he would do is he would be a little bit concerned that
Good defensively, and those are tough shots they're making. I don't think that either team wants to continue just making those kind of shots.
Chenier, who had 18 points against the Knickerbockers last night. Beautiful moves by Frazier. Robbed of a field goal. Numbers 1 and 4 play. Numbers 2 and 3 go against each other. ABC, of course, will be doing, as we look at Archie Clark, who went to Minnesota. Providence College's Reardon passes into Louisville's Unsold.
Now West is using his body to get between, and Dave is pushing with his hips.
That's his second foul, Bill, early in the game. Sort of like the Bill Russell of the Celtic coaching days.
You go down him real quick. If you don't get the ball, then you go back to your man so that he doesn't have an outlet pass.
The outlet pass by Unsold to Hayes. Pace slowed down, but Reardon drives, penetrating. Out it comes. Hayes tapping it to Clark of Baltimore. Baltimore trailing by 1. Now they lead by 2. Beautiful timing by Unsold.
Right through the middle there. Now you got to remember, Wesley Unsold's about 6'7", 6'8", about 250. And a lot of guys think he ought to be in the NFL.
His first. DeBusschere has 2 personals for New York. 7th tie of the game with 5:40 to go in the first quarter.
Center from the Milwaukee Bucks is 33, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And you can tell this is a Laker town.
Kareem and Wilt hated each other in those days because Kareem was the young lion coming up to take all of Wilt's records, and Wilt wasn't going to let it happen.
He presented to me for the first time a guy that I felt, at least at my state at that time, that I really need some help to guard.
Watching Wilt and Kareem duel one-on-one was phenomenal. It was fun to watch those guys back in against each other.
Look at Jabbar lean on Chamberlain. The 2 7-footers waged a personal war that would have basketball fans talking for months. Yes, maybe even years.
It's a standoff between the guys in the middle. I don't know what the statistics are.
Lou had 32 and 22 rebounds, and Wilt 22 points and 20 rebounds.
Now those stats are misleading, I think, because these 2 guys are pretty much at a standoff in that the Bucks go more to Jabbar on offense.
Pass for Kareem Jabbar. Gets the basket. Almost loses the Murray. Slam dunk. Wilt Chamberlain. Tip. Chamberlain. Goodrich, Happy Hurst, and Jim McMillan. Wilt Chamberlain for Los Angeles. Jabbar over Chamberlain. Won't go. Tips it in. Wilt Milwaukee Arena against the defending world champions, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, against Wilt Chamberlain. This time he gives it up to Lucius Allen. Chamberlain gives it to Hairston. Jabbar, clean block. Beautiful play by Kareem Jabbar. Working against Kareem Jabbar. Goes up over his head, missed it.
The greatest offensive weapon ever unleashed, in the NBA.
Here is Abdul-Jabbar inside against Chamberlain. Jabbar and Chamberlain.
There's nowhere to block that shot.
I don't recall ever being blocked by somebody who's guarding me. Wilt was pretty good too. Wilt tried to time it and he could really lead, but he just couldn't get there in time.
I think here we have in the battle of the big man already, Bill. We have Abdul-Jabbar trying to get the emotional edge early.
Yes, he's trying to establish position, so to speak. He's going to take it straight to Wilt. Maybe try to discourage or get him down.
The battle of the giants. The 12-year veteran Wilt Chamberlain against the second-year pro Al Sindor. At 24 years of age, Lou had led the Bucks to the best record in the NBA, had been named the league's most valuable player, and was the scoring champion.
Centered on Wilt Chamberlain and Lou Alcindor. They gained old and new veterans. Laker loyals saw King Lou turn out the